How are you today? Our lesson for today is about the present perfect tense. Let's start with the usage of this tense. We use the present perfect tense in Junior 5 to express actions that started and finished in the past. Okay, so if you have any action that started and finished in the past, we can call it present perfect? No, but it has an effect in the present time. So if you have this action started and happened in the past and finished, but it has an effect in the present time, we can call it present perfect. Let's see the examples. I have worked as a teacher since 2000. So since 2000 I have graduated and I am a teacher. So we are now in 2020. So from 2000 until now I am a teacher and I am still working with this career. Okay, so I have worked as a teacher since 2000. Number 2, they have traveled for 15 years. What is the verb here? We have traveled. Okay. Number 3, Dan had just finished his homework. Okay. It means that Dan has written his homework in the past and had just finished his homework. Number 4, Ben has already eaten his lunch. It means that Ben has eaten all his lunch and has already eaten it. Okay, Junior 5. Look at this picture. What can you see? Okay. Again, we repeat that we use the present perfect tense to talk about action that started in the past and continue to the present. For example, look at this example. I have grown flowers for 2 years. It means what? Look at this boy. This boy is doing what? He started to grow the flowers. He started to grow the flowers. Now we are in 2003. After 2 years, in 2005, the boy is talking now. Okay? So in 2005, the boy is saying, I have grown flowers for 2 years. So this action of growing started in the past and continue or has an effect in the present time. So from here we know the form of the present perfect that we have plus past participle. Look at the second example, have plus past participle. Third example, has just plus past participle. Just is a key word for the present perfect. Here we have has already eaten. Okay, so eaten is a past participle. So in the present perfect we use the have or has plus past participle. Here we have the form has or have plus past participle of the verb. Here we have the time markers. We often use this time markers or we often use the present perfect with time adverbs which refer to the recent past. We have just, already, for, since, never, ever, and yet. Okay, let's start one by one to refer to each one and when can I use each one of them. The first key word we have already. We use already in the positive sentence. In the positive what? Sentence. Number 1 we have Sam has already written his book. Okay, it means that this writing of this book had just finished. So in the first example we have Sam has already written his book. It shows that Sam started writing the book and finished. Okay, and it has an influence in the present time. Sam has already written his book. Number 2, they have already washed the dishes. It showed that they started washing the dishes and finished doing it, and it has an influence and effect in the present time, and the dishes all are clean. The second word we have just. We use just in the positive sentence. Okay, and also let's start with the first example. Mom had just cooked pizza. Let's see here, Junior 5. We have here has, and we have the past participle here. Okay, so this is the past participle. Okay, and we put just in between. Okay, and we have already the same idea. We have has or have, and we have the past participle we have put already or just in between. Okay, so mom had just cooked pizza. It means mom has cooked pizza a short time ago. Look at the second example. I have just bought a new dress. The same idea. We have plus past participle, and we have here just in between. Okay? Number 3, we have since. Since is another keyword for the present perfect tense. It shows what? It shows a starting point of time. A starting point of time. So it shows certain time or date. Certain time or date. So after since, I can come with the specific time or the beginning of the time. Okay, I have been at the school since September. So September here is the starting point or the starting time. Ali has played tennis since 2000. So 2000 here is the starting time or the starting point. So from here we can say after since we can put what? The starting time. Okay. Number 4, we have for. We use for, and after for we can put a period of time. I didn't specify or fix which time, but I can say the whole time. I didn't say the beginning of the time. I say the whole period. I have learned it at school for 10 years. For 10 years. Which 10 years? I don't know, but it's 10 years. Okay? She has played for 2 hours. 2 hours. I didn't say the beginning or the end of these 2 hours from 2 to 4. I didn't say that. I didn't mention. So after 4, I can say the period of time. In general, I didn't specify the beginning of this period. I have here a table. Okay, to make it easy for you, Junior 5, we have some words with since and we have some words with for. After since, we have, for example, this morning, 2 o'clock, then last week, Friday, April or June or any month, spring, yesterday, 2002 or any year, okay? So this is the beginning time or the starting point. We have the other words for we have 2 hours, a long time, a month or a year, take care of the last week, 5 minutes, 2 seconds, a minute or a second, a while, ages. All these words comes after for. Number 5, we have yet. Yet comes in the question and in the negative sentences. It comes at the end of the sentence. For example, look here. Have you eaten anything yet? So yet comes at the end in the question. Okay, and I haven't finished my homework yet. Yet comes at the end of the negative sentences. We have here have and past participle, and we have here not. So it's a negative sentence, and yet comes at the end. Number 6, we have ever. Ever comes in the question. Okay, have you ever seen a lion? Ever comes in the question. Don't use ever in sentences. Don't do that. We use it only in the question. Have you ever seen a lion? Has Sally ever been to France? So I use it in the question only. Number 7, we have never. We come with never in the negative sentence to give the meaning of negative without not. Okay, so if you have never in the sentence, don't use not because it gives the same meaning. They have never visited America. So here we have never. But this sentence is negative. Is what? Negative. So in the sentence of never, don't use not. He has never seen a real dragon. Another example for never. Okay, so these two sentences are negative. So let's practice. Number one, correct the verbs. Number one, we have, they just sent a letter to my family. Okay, we have just here, it's a keyword for the present perfect. So what's the form of the present perfect, Junior 5? We have or has plus the past participle. Okay, so I will say the, where is the place of just? I put just between have or has and the past participle. They have just sent. This is the past participle of sent. A letter to my family. What about number two? She already visited her mom, a grandma. So here we have already. It's a keyword for the present perfect. So what's the form of the present perfect? So I will say she has already, between have and has and the past participle. Already visited. This is the past participle. Her grandma. Okay, Junior 5. Number 3, we have I just watch a movie. Okay, what's the keyword here? Just. I put just between have and has and the past participle. I will say what? I have just. What's the past participle of watch? Watch it. Watch it. A movie. What about number 4? I buy a new car yet. So I say before Junior 5, I use yet in the negative sentence. So I will say what? I haven't bought. This is the past participle of one, of buy. Bought a new car yet. What about number 5? We move at a new house for a month. Okay, so here we have a keyword for the present perfect. So I will say what, Junior 5? We have moved. We have moved at a new house for a month. Okay. Number 6. We learned poetry since 2000. Okay. Since, a keyword for the present perfect. So we have learned it. Learn it. Poetry since 2000. Okay. Another form of the verb we can say learn it or learn it. So it's regular and irregular at the same time. Okay. I never taste such a delicious meal. Okay. I will say what? I have never tasted such a delicious meal, and you can write the whole sentence. Okay, Junior 5. Sam has studied. Another question, rewrite the following sentences. Number 1, Sam has studied math since 2009. We can use for. How can I do that? Okay, since we know that since expresses the beginning of the time and for expressing the whole period. How can I make this the same tense? It's the present perfect. So I will say Sam has studied Math 4. For what, Junior 5? I will add a specific time? No. I will say the whole period. Now we are in 2020 and Sam has studied math since 2009. So it's 11 years. It's 11 what? Years. So Sam has studied math for 11 years. Okay, Junior. 5. Let's go to number 2. We haven't seen Ellen for 5 years. The same idea. We have 4 and how can I use since? After since a specific time. After since a specific time. So I will say we haven't seen Ellen since, and after since I come here with a specific time. What's this? We have 5 years, so we are in 2020 minus 5 years, it's 2015. Number 3, she went shopping a moment ago. I have to use must. Okay, how can I do this? What's the meaning of this sentence? The meaning of this sentence is this action happened a moment ago, a short time ago. So this tense is the past simple. So I have to make it present perfect because it shows that this action happened a short time ago. I have to use just. Okay, how can I do this? Look with me. She has plus the past participle. She has just gone shopping. She has just gone shopping. I will cancel a moment ago because just expresses the same meaning. Number 4, we have she has traveled abroad since 2012. How can I use for? Okay, I will say the same idea. She has traveled abroad for how many years, Junior 5? We have 2020 minus 2012. It's 8 years. So for 8 years. 8 years. Number 5, I did my homework earlier. Okay, what's the meaning of this sentence? It means that I did my homework from an early time. The same meaning of already. So this tense is the past simple. I have here did. This is the past simple, yes or no? I have to make it present perfect. So I will say what? I have already done. This is the past participle of do. Done my homework. Okay, I can try earlier because it's the same meaning of already, so I will cancel it. We have the last one. They left the airport a short time ago. A short time ago, it's the same meaning of just. So I will cancel it and I will make it the present perfect. I will make it what? Present perfect. So I will say they have just left the airport. Okay, Junior 5? Okay, let's go to the negative form of the present perfect. How can I express this? I will say, I haven't met Sam yet. We know before that yet is a keyword for the negative So I have here I haven't met. So if I will make it negative, I will say instead of I have met, I haven't met. Instead of she has, she hasn't finished her work. Another way for making negative is the use of never. We have never played football. He has never been to Africa. Okay, so never is another way for making negative. So here, let's read the form. Has not or hasn't, have not or haven't, plus the past participle plus yet. The next exercise is make negative. Number 1, I have slept for 3 hours. Okay, let's make it negative. We have 2 ways. Let's make just one way. I have. It will be I haven't. I haven't slept. I didn't change the verb. I haven't slept for 3 hours. Another example, we have worked in Paris since 1998. Okay, it will be what? We haven't worked. The verb as it is in the past participle in Paris since 1998. Number 3, we have they have already played football. So I will say what? They haven't. Okay, I cancelled already. They haven't played football. We can add yet at the end of the negative sentence. Okay. Number 4, she has eaten her lunch. It will be what? She hasn't eaten her lunch yet. Okay. Number 5, they have visited London. They haven't visited London yet. Or with another way, we can say they have never visited London. Okay? General questions. We have general questions. Let's start with the number 1. I just finished my homework, so we can go to the cinema together. I have just or just have or just has. Which one? I will choose what we said before. Just come between have and has and the past participle. So it will be what? I have just finished. Number 2, Alan does his work yet. Yet we have here yet. Yet is used in the negative. And the question here we have sentence, so it's a negative one. Which one has finished or hasn't finished or will finish? Of course, we will choose hasn't finished. Number 3, Aiden does his breakfast yet. Another yet, so it's a negative. We will choose what? Has finished, didn't finish, hasn't finished. Of course, we will choose hasn't finished because we have yet in the sentence and yet expresses negative. Number 4 we have Hala dots to Italy. Hala dots to Italy. Have been or has gone. Hala, so it's has gone. Number 5, Noha has dots cleaned her room. It looks nice now. Noha has what? We have has and we have the past participle. What comes in between? Already or yet or ever? Ever comes in the question and yet comes in the negative sentence. We have already. So already here comes in the sentence. Okay, in the positive sentence between have and has and the past participle. Number 6, we have my father does a camera since he was a boy. My father what? Has plus past participle participle. What is the past participle? Has had. Number 7, we have I have known a lot of friends. Dots, I joined the university. Okay, so I joined the university. It's the beginning or the starting point. So this is the starting point. So we have what? 4? No, of course, because we have after 4 the whole period without any specific time. So we have here since. Okay. Number 8, I haven't seen Karim that we were together in Turkey. Okay, another specific time here. So this is the starting point of time. We have here 4, no. When? No. We have since. Okay, Junior 5. Here we have a list of irregular verbs. You have to study them very well. Another exercise is find the mistakes. Okay, so we have a sentence and you have to discover where is the mistake. Let's read together. I haven't worked in the company yet. Okay, we have yet and we have negative here. It's okay, and we have the form of the present perfect. Let's check. We have and we have the error here. We have the mistake here. Okay, have plus past participle. So the past participle here is wrong. The past participle of work is work it. So write work it. Number 2, we haven't visited our grandma already. Okay, Junior 5. We use already at the end of the sentence? Of course not. We have negative and we have at the end. We come with what? Yet, of course. Wendy has, number 3, Wendy has ever done any mistakes. Of course, I said before, ever comes in the question only. Okay, so Wendy has never. Number 4, I haven't finished my article already. The same mistake already didn't come at the end of the sentence, of the negative sentence. So we have here negative. I have to choose yet. This is the mistake. The last exercise we have is general question. Do as shown. Number 1, I have already drawn a picture at home. Let's correct this verb. Okay, we have drawn. I have already. This is the past participle. What is the past participle of draw? Draw, drew, drawn. So this is the past participle. Number 2, she find her wallet yet. Yet is for the negative. So I will say what? She hasn't found. She hasn't found. Has plus the past participle, and we have here not because we have yet at the end of the sentence. Number 3, Tom has worn a uniform at school. Okay, let's make it negative. Tom has or hasn't worn a uniform at the school. Okay, what about number 4? We have eaten a lot of vegetables. Let's make it negative. We have or we haven't. We haven't, of course. We haven't eaten a lot of vegetables. Okay, she hasn't, number 5, she hasn't seen her friend for 5 years. Let's make it with since. Okay, I would say what? She hasn't seen her friend since what? She hasn't seen her friend since after since a specific time. Okay, we are in 2020 now, and 5 years, so minus 5 years. So it's what? It's 2015. Number 6, they have ever cut their don't come in the sentence, it comes in the question only. So instead of ever, we will use never. So they have never cut their hair. Okay? Okay, Junior 5, so this is the end of the present perfect. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.